Hello, everyone. This is Robin, and my channel here that you have came to on today is Robin's Creations LLC. Thank you so much for stopping by. On today, we are going to put together a beautiful designed mug rug, and the beautiful design came from Making with Marilyn, and that is her YouTube, and her name is Marilyn, and her channel name is Making with Marilyn. And we're going to do the larger size mug rug, and it has a daisy on it, and it says bloom. So over the I'm getting ready to pull it in screen now. So in the past week, what I've been trying to do is, hi Lady G. Over the last week, what I've been trying to do is do some beginner friendly projects, and this was my very first project, and I'll get back to this project in just a minute. Let me check my sound, do a sound check. How does everything sound, Lady G? Do you hear echo or anything like that? Can you hear me at all? I'm like, Hi, Monica. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, great. Oh, good. Oh, that's awesome. Great, great, great. That's great to be heard. I just kind of jumped right in. I on today creating I'm creating a mug rug that was designed by Making with Marilyn. And there are quite a few different elements to this design, and I put her link in the description box if you want to see this beautiful beginner project. So what I learned from this project, or what it allowed me to learn, I took the route of stitching different colors on each layer. So when I have the polka dot layer, which is on the back, I had and that's the same that's on the front. So the polka dot layer, I was able to put like the magenta colored thread or the fuchsia thread. And then after doing the fuchsia thread, then I had to rethread the machine to put the purple and also the teal. So in doing so, it allowed me to get a little faster with threading my machine and changing the thread colors, which is great. It's great because I am a beginner, and this is my journey. And on my journey, I know that it's going to take practice. And for me, the repetition, it works great. And when you repeatedly do things, you begin to it sticks for me. It sticks better. So yes. So yes, I did do the mama design as well. So I've been doing a lot of practicing, and this design, the mama, is Craftable Things, Patrice. This is her embroidered design. But on today, it's just that I just didn't want to let a day go by without touching and learning something new or different about my embroidery machine. And my very first project, and I said first the first time, but the mug rug was second. The first one was the TGBTG, To God Be the Glory. And that's on the left chest pocket for my husband's work shirts. So though that was a great design because I was able to create the design within my Janome Memory Craft 550E. So this is awesome, awesome, awesome. So yes, so let's go over to my embroidery machine. My camera is kind of turned portrait. So with it being portrait, I don't know. My gimbal is a little testy at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and try and just show you all the elements. And you know what? Let me just pull them here. Let me just pull it because I took my overhead camera away, and what I have here is all of my projects on my tray. All of my materials are on my tray. So the fabric that I chose for today is the bumblebees, and then I've already fused, for the sake of time, I've already fused on the batting on the back, and this allows the mug rug to be have a little more cushion. Hi, Picture Me Crafting, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Elevate Artistry. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, wow. You received your package. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know, Elevate Artistry. I, too, hope that you enjoy wearing that foam flower as much as I enjoy creating it, especially for you. So thank you. Yes. And hi, D. Smith. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks, everyone. Hi, Kristen, Cincy. Welcome in. Yes. Thank you so much, Kristen. Yes. So I was showing everyone that after getting my embroidery machine, I just been trying to touch it as much as possible, and I found some beautiful beginner friendly projects, and today I'm going to on live and you know what happens on a live, so and try to do the bloom embroidery mug rug that Making with Marilyn created. And this is my the one that I've already completed. And this project was great because it allowed me to change the thread multiple times, as well as get used to the stabilizer and just the various components it takes to make a mug rug. So it was great. It was awesome. Now, if you can see the board behind me, you can only see a little bit of it, but it says stabilizer, tack down. And it is like, I have to have those because it's just like, I have to remember what I'm doing here. So yes. So thank you. And then also I created this white t-shirt for myself, and I stitched out Patrice over at Craftable Things Mama design with the floral right under Mama, the daisies. And I enjoy this design as well. Again, I am able to rethread my machine multiple times just to get used to it, to make sure that I am threading it correctly. I did see twice. I believe it was, yes, I believe it was 2 times I saw a thread break. And what happened was the the last portion right before you thread the needle, the thread wasn't looped in those 2 loops. So it wasn't the tension, it just wasn't, it had skipped a step or came out somehow. So you cut it at the top and pull from the front, and don't go backwards. Is that right, everyone in the chat? Like, pull forward. So I pulled the thread forward, just not to get any dust or anything into the machine. So yeah, so I did see thread break twice. So it was a great learning experience. That's what I'm doing now. This is my journey of being a new embroiderer, and I am here for it and learning a lot of great things by looking at the videos and all that. So here, what I'm going to show you is, I had started talking about it, but I have 2 pieces of, and I believe I cut these out at like 8 by 8, but I'm going to use, or it could be 7 by 7 squares, but I'm going to use my 5.5 by 5.5 hoop. And on the back of both of them, I've already adhered the Fusible batting. Then I have this here is and you can't tear it, so this is the cutaway stabilizer that'll go in the hoop. And as you can see, this has little bumblebees on there. Yes, pull the thread as it feeds through the machine. Yes, thank you so much for the confirmation, Kristen. I really appreciate you, assisting me on this journey. I really appreciate it. So along with the bumblebees and everyone in the chat, I know that you are here to assist me on this journey. So I thank each and every one of you. So thank you. So with the bumblebees, this will be the base. And then my flower, I'm going to make that yellow. And then the center of the daisy, I'll just make polka dots. So I was able to get some pinking shears. And the pinking shears has the rigid like teeth. And then I have the double bend scissors. So that's what I have here. So that is all the supplies that I have so far. So now we can go over to the embroidery machine. So let's get started. I am tickled only because I know that, it was something that I've just learned. And then now that I'm on the live, I'm like, okay, you got this. Breathe. So we are going to go head on over to this embroidery machine. So let me see. Okay. So let me, I'm standing up, but I meant to, hi, Eric Sports 90, welcome in. I'm going to change my view. And I'm going to exit the solo view. And you will see it in portrait mode because it won't turn around landscape for some reason. The gimbal is not having it today. So I'm like, you know what? It's too late in the game. It just wouldn't turn the right way. And that's like so bad. But you can see my Janome Memory Craft 550E. So I'm going to go ahead and get up and go head on over to the embroidery machine. So let me, can you still hear me okay? Yes. Okay. Great, great, great. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Thank you so much. My little beehive. My beehive wall. Yes. So thank you, Kristen. Yes. I wish I could turn it around. I don't know why these things, happen right before you go on live, but for some reason it just don't want to turn around. And it was turned around all weekend. But that's okay. We are going to go ahead right now, and I move the hoop. I mean, move the camera so that it's closer. So what I'm going to do is hoop the stabilizer and bring up the project. So I'm going to change it back. Let me bring the project up. And let me know if this is making someone dizzy. I apologize if it is. So right now, I'm going to go ahead, turn my machine on. It is stating that it is on the 5.5 by 5.5 hoop. Then I will go to my folder, and my flash drive is inside. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the folder and go right here into my embroidery folder. And I am going to pick the largest project for the daisy bloom. And then I'm going to say, okay. So that, okay, so now it's asking me to confirm that it's the 5.5 by 5.5 hoop. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and go over to my station here and hoop the fabric because it is not hooped. So we're going to go ahead and hoop the fabric. So let me see here. Yes, I think you can see me pretty good. So here is my template. Then I'll take the hoop apart, put the stabilizer in the hoop. Then I'll go ahead and put the top portion on, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten the hoop up a little. And make sure I get that drum like beat, which is good. So everything looks good so far, so good. So now I am at my machine. So I'm just going to swing it around. Okay. So now she's back in frame. And I'll go ahead and hoop her in. And if the machine is not ready, it will definitely tell me it's not ready. And I also want to go ahead and change my thread because I think I want the stitches to be all black. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the thread. So again, you cut it at the top. I don't think I want white thread. I want black. So I can see the chat just a little. Let me see here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Donzel. Oh, okay. You're off from work. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you joining the live. So here I am taking the thread. The thread is black. So I'm going to go ahead, thread it, hoop, 1, down, 2, up, 3, 4, back down, And we're going to go ahead and put the thread in the back here, up and back. And you see, with this hand, I'm still holding on because I don't want to mess up my tension. Okay, so now that it's back, I drop the hoop down and press the foot in, and it didn't thread, so something must not be caught. Let me unhook this. I don't think it's hitting anything. Let me rethread because I'm going to rethread, hoop, swoop, down, up, back, down. We're going to go here in the back. Up, over 7. In the back, cut the thread, push the presser foot down, and we got a winner. The needle is now threaded, so I'm going to go ahead and put the 5x5 hoop back on. Awesome. And it's locked on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. So right now, what I'll do is, let me get my other device. So hold, please. Does anyone have any questions at this time? Welcome in, Alice B. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you joining me today. Did anyone have any questions so far as me hooping and the threading or anything like that? Did anyone have any questions? So let me see here. Can everyone hear me okay? Because I am a little ways away from the speaker. So hopefully everyone can hear me okay. And I'm not frozen, right? So, okay. So what we're going to do. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, great, great. Okay. So we are going to, let me see here. We are going to go ahead and start her up. Let me see. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit start for the first placement stitch. And it's telling me to lower my presser foot. And this placement stitch is letting me know if I'm in the correct parameters for the mug rug. So this is giving me parameters. This is the placement stitch. Okay. So after the placement stitch, then let me see here. So now we're going to do the tack down stitch. So we're going to float. So I want to with that placement stitch, I'm looking for my double bend scissors. Okay. So there's a little thread. There's a little thread here when it did the tack down stitch. So now I'm about to do the placement stitch. So now when I put this in here on top, what I'm doing is floating. I'm just floating the fabric on top. So we're going to go ahead, lower the presser foot. Okay, so that's the tack down. So we have the tack down. So first it did the placement. Now this is the tack down. And I better keep, okay. Welcome in, Shay Shay. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you joining me today. I'm making the beautiful mug rug designed by Making with Marilyn. So the next step would be the so this next step is, so it's telling me to raise my presser foot. So the next step would be to do the placement stitch for the flower. So this is just a placement stitch. And the placement stitch, you can tell because the stitches are a lot spaced apart. So it's just giving me a general idea of where I need to put my fabric. And now, so now I'm going to go ahead and lift my presser foot and then put the flower fabric on top. It's pretty big. I should have cut it down some, but now it'll do the tack down stitch of the flower on top. So I just have a lot more to cut. Yes, so I'm giving myself a whole lot of practice with these double bend scissors. So, hi, unbiased. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you. Yes, so now this is where the flower is going to be. And then I will have to, of course, go ahead and, let me see here. Okay. Okay. So now that so now I'm going to go ahead and remove the hoop. Remove the hoop to cut the excess fabric away from the flower because my piece is rather large, but I have to go in and out of here just to get rid of all this excess yellow. So let me go ahead, and I'm just going to use one color today. Let me see. Hopefully, am I in frame? Because if I'm not, I can always pull back a little bit just so you can see me. And I am still in my like, practice era. I'm still new to this. I have everything still in the hoop. So and I don't want to remove it from the hoop because you don't want to throw off any of the placements. The positioning. You don't want to be moving stuff around. And you want to be very careful that you don't cut your stitches. So keep your eyes on the prize. So I can start by cutting like a larger piece off and just be careful. So I'm glancing at the chat, but I gotta keep my eyes on what I'm cutting. So now I can see that I can get in there really good now. So, and then I'll go in as far as I can. And let me get a comfortable position. Oh, thank you, Monica. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Oh. So I go ahead and cut on around the flower. And then when I get into the bends of the flower, then I just go in a little, not too deep, but I just get in there. And hopefully you're able to see me okay. And what I'm trying to do here is not cut my fabric beneath or my stitches above. So I can get rid of a lot of excess fabric by cutting right inside the bend of the flower or, the daisy. So I'll just go right in. And this is great practice for me to get used to and get a little comfortable with all of my tools here. So that's another thing, that these beginner projects are just what they say they are. They are beginner projects. And the more you do, the more you become comfortable with all of your tools as well as your machine. You got to practice, 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 practice. And that's what I'm saying to myself. Because I've never embroidered until last weekend. I've watched many of the videos. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks everyone. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Donzel. This is Making with Marilyn's mug rug. This is her bloom design with the daisy. So I 3/4 of the way there. I'm there. I'm getting around. So I just have to, kind of get in there to get those stitches out and not be too afraid. But you can't cut, you should not be that close. You have to get close, but you don't want to cut your stitches. So I'm just going on around and around and around. So I'm getting as close as I can without cutting my stitches. So, yes. So how many people in the chat have tried this design already? Or I should say, how many, some I already know. How many people have an embroidery machine? Because I know you probably, How many people in the chat have an embroidery machine, and what was your first project? This is my second project. Last week, my To God Be the Glory that I designed in the machine, TGBTG, that was my first design on this embroidery machine. So we're getting there. I'm coming on around. I got one more petal, Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you so much for your support, Kristen. I appreciate it. Yes, I just, received my first embroidery machine on last Saturday. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this new journey that I'm on. Very excited. So I'm coming to the last mile of this. Let me see here. Let me see. Getting it. Okay. So I'm trimming. So I'm putting all the extra pieces to the side. So I'm just getting in just a little bit. Now this trimming, I just want to take and get a little closer inside. So inside of each petal, like in that V, just a little. So here it is. I'm just trying to get closer and closer to the thread and not cut the thread. So, yeah. And then right after this, I don't have to worry about getting extra close because it's going to do a satin border around it. So with doing the satin border, it does give me a little wiggle room. Just a little bit. So, okay. So, the project that I did this past week, I did change the colors of thread, but on today, I'm just going to leave just the black in. So, in this one, I'm going to make it a little closer. So, let me see here. I am in there. Okay. So now, I'm just dusting off the excess of the yellow. And can you see that? It's looking pretty good so far. What do you think? What do you think in the chat? I think it's coming along great. So we're going to go ahead and put it back. And now it's ready for the stippling. And the stippling is very fine in the back. So we're going to go ahead and put her back in the hoop. And let's put her back in here. And lower the presser foot. And we're going to do the stippling. This is the stippling threading. Or, yes, so the embroidery portion. Yeah. So now we're doing the stippling. So okay, so I'm gonna move it a little closer because this portion of it is a little longer to do. Okay, so okay, and the stippling is really, really pretty. I really love it. It gives it that beautiful, beautiful quilting effect. I love it. Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone. Yes. And again, this project is beginner friendly, just like it states. And I am enjoying myself. It's giving me a lot of practice. A lot of practice. Yes. So while it's stippling, how is everyone doing today? I wanted to ask how is everyone doing, just to check up on my crafty friends to make sure everyone is, you know, doing great. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Uh, yes. Okay. Does anyone have any additional questions? And I hope it's not, the embroidery machine is not too loud. I hope it's not too loud. So, yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Christine, Monica, everyone. Thank you. And the stippling is coming along rather nicely. Yes. Hmm. So it looks like I didn't check how many minutes it was for. I didn't check how many minutes it was for the stippling or the entire project. So I'm thinking it's like 15, 20 minutes project. So it's it's going pretty fast, but I just didn't check the time, the full time on the project. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So it did cut the thread. So now what it's going to do, the next step, so let me raise the presser foot. So the next step will be and you see it's here on the magenta. Now it's going to do the outside stitching of the flower. So let's put the presser foot back down and hit start. So now it'll do that big satin border around the edge. Okay. So it'll just keep going around, and it's pretty wide. So you'll see how. Oh, okay. I was showing the magenta area, but you couldn't see because of my finger. So let me see here. I guess the position of the camera wasn't in place. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I was talking about here on the screen. You can see the big satin border and the magenta here, number 6. Yeah. So it's stitching out this large satin border. Yeah. So it's coming along pretty nicely. It was well designed, that's for sure. So we're going to go back in a little closer. So it gets larger and larger. So you have a little wiggle room as far as when you start trimming your daisy and getting the trim close to the stitches. So with the big satin border, it kind of covers the flaws, I should say, the jagged cutting until I get a little smoother. But I got pretty close. I got pretty close. So I got pretty close to the yellow. Yeah. So it's still doing the stippling. Still doing the stippling. So Donzel, you saying that the machine is not too loud or me? Yes. Awesome. 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 Yeah. So it's coming along really nice. Ooh, I love it. So now it's going even faster. It sounds faster, at least. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So it's in the last run. So does anyone have any questions at this time? Yeah. So it's going around pretty nice. I was stating here. I was stating here on my. I'm going to turn you around here. And here's my note to myself. Okay, these are things that I have to kind of get used to. So the stabilizer is large because I need to get a lot more comfortable with the various types of stabilizer and when to use them. So I will be honing in on that this week. And it may take some time, but I will definitely be, going over the various stabilizers because that's a lot. The stabilizers, it's a lot of different stabilizers, and just to know when to use what, and I have to get comfortable with that. Getting comfortable with the stabilizers and when to use them is key to a great embroidered project. So, yes. Yeah. Awesome. So I'm going back on the chat just to see if I missed any questions or anything like that. So it's stitching out. Hmm. Looking pretty good. So let me see here. So not yet, no questions just yet. So I'm gonna go back down to the bottom of the chat. Yes. So let me see here. So I am almost ready for the inside of the placement stitch for the center of the flower. So first it'll do the placement stitch, and kind of let me know where to place the fabric on top. So placement first. So after it's finished, it's almost there. Yeah. And then it cuts the thread for me and everything. I love that. I'm like, oh wow. Yes, look at that. The thread is already cut. So now it's asking me to lift my presser foot. I'll put the, let's do the tack down stitch for where the inside of the flower will go. So that's just the tack down. So those are loose. And if I wanted to change my thread at this stop, I could, but I'm going to go ahead and keep. And it's probably going to be a little hard. I didn't think about that to see the center, but I'm going to lower my presser foot because I'm using black thread and then the black and white polka dot. That's why I'm thinking it's going to be hard, but that's okay. I'm going to float that right on top. And it's going to go ahead and stand it on down. Yes. Okay. Okay, so right before the satin stitch, I need to remove the hoop and remove the excess. Lift the presser foot, remove the hoop, and then I'm going to cut around the circle to get the excess material from around it. So I have like this tripod in front of me and everything. But I'm going to go ahead and get as close as I can without cutting the stitches. That's the name of the game. Don't cut your stitches. Don't cut your stitches. So hopefully I'm still in frame. And I'll go ahead and go around and around. And then, you know, I have the camera here, so of course I have to get my rhythm. But with this tripod and, you know, in front of me, it's a little more awkward. But I'm getting pretty close to my stitches. No need to worry. No need to fret. I'm getting closer. And just trying, you know, not to cut my stitches. So I'm just turning the hoop as I'm cutting my stitches. Cutting my excess fabric, not my stitches. So I'm just going round and around. I'm almost done. So, almost done here. So, I'm going to go to the last couple of cuts. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that satin border around the black polka dot. And I may have to change the color of my thread because the next step after that is definitely the wording. So I'm going to put it back in the hoop, put the hoop back, and then lower my presser foot, hit start, so I can give it that satin border around. So it's black on black. You'll just see perfection, not so much of the actual color of the stitches, but you'll just see the perfection of it because it's black thread on black. So I may change my rehoop and use the white to go on top. That's what I think I'll do. I'll rethread the embroidery machine to use the white. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes, because I think it's going to be too much black, and I want the word bloom to pop. So I'll change it in just a minute. Thank you. Thank you, Donzel. Yeah, so it's getting that satin border around the center of the daisy. And that's turning out pretty nicely. So we're getting there. So it's almost done going around. It's getting there. Awesome. Looking good, looking good. I have no complaints here. No complaints. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let's lift my presser foot, unhoop. Well, I don't have to unhoop. I just have to rethread. Let me get a pair of scissors. Because the next step is to stitch out the word bloom. So I'm going to go ahead and rethread. So I have the thread here in the back, and I hope let me just kind of rethread this again. Yes. Okay. So we go to the back, loop it over, take it down to number 2, down through the tension, up, back around, down. Let's hit the back here. And I'm rethreading. Everything is coming along pretty nice. Awesome. Okay. So now I just changed the color, and just want to make sure it's not going to hit anything. Press the foot down when you're threading. Let me go back up and back around. And down. Sometimes I don't have enough room because the presser foot is in the way. So let me try and pull this out and rethread. Okay. So with it not rethreading, and that was my second try, what I've been doing is starting over because I'm not sure exactly where the problem lies. So I just start over with threading. And again, it gives me a lot of practice with rethreading. So here I'm going through the back, down, through the tension, up. Let's make sure I'm in here, down, through the back. And this is number 5. I'm saying through the back, but this is number 5. Then I'm going to 7. Pull it back. And success. Now let me put my hook back on. Raise the foot and put the hoop back in position. And it's clicked in position. And I'll put the pressing foot down, hit start, and it'll stitch out the word bloom. Awesome. So now it's re-threaded. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, welcome in, baby girl. Welcome in. Real Car Girls Matter, TC. Welcome in. And also, Robin S. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for joining. That's my beautiful daughter in the chat. And I know my granddaughter is watching too, so. So let me see here. So it has the B and the L is done. So let me see if I can turn it down or even get any closer. Okay. I'm gonna leave that tripod alone. Aw, there's my grandbaby. I love you too, Pumpkin. My little Lulu. I love you. Yes, so we got those words. So that's my oldest grand girl in the chat. Oh, you said is can everyone see me now, Monica? You said it went black for a minute. Okay, so it looks like the word bloom is finished, is a little faint, but finished. Yes, so okay. So what we're going to do now is take that second piece. So let me see here. Oh, okay. So what I have here is the second piece. Oh, okay. And that's my husband there, Eric Sports 90. So here's the other part, the opposite side of the mug rug. So let me see here. Making sure these stitches are out the way. Pull them back a little bit. So, and I do see where I have to do some cutting of these stitches. I kind of let the stitches get all, I didn't cut enough. I didn't, but moving right along. I'm going to go ahead and put the other piece of the fabric on top of what we have here, pretty side down, so that they and make that sandwich pretty side down. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop the presser foot, and let's do the tap down. So I'm excited. This is like we are nearing the end of the mud rub, and this is the my sunflower mud rub. So let me see here. Yes. Oh, okay. Thanks, baby girl. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Alice B. Thank you. Where did I get the fabric from? All of the fabric that I've been using came from Hobby Lobby, and these are with the fat quarters. So once you go over to where the fat quarters were, um, I went last week and the fabric wasn't on sale. And if it's not on sale, I didn't purchase it, or I won't purchase it until it goes on sale. So they're with the fat quarters. And then the yellow piece and the black and white polka dot, that was a remnant. And let me see here. So I did let me see what I'm digging for. They've kind of wrapped the remnants up, like if it's extra pieces off of the bolt, then they'll wrap it up and mark it down. So I was able to, get it for a great price. So since it was on clearance, and look at those great prices, $2.94, and then those are with the yellow, the tiny leaf yellow. So, and I only paid $2.94 for that remnant. And then here I'm pretty sure this is the polka dot, and that was $5.04. So that was the highest one. So yeah, so that was the remnant. So now I'm going to let me try and back things up a little bit. And now the project is done. And I'm going to remove it from the hoop. Okay. So okay. So I can take everything out of the hoop. And I don't really need the stabilizer. I've just taken everything out of the hoop. The project is done. I'm finished with the embroidery machine at this time. So I wish at this time I could kind of change my view. So if you have just 1 minute. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Kristen. So yes. Let me see here. What I'm going to do is go and change my view, and I can, let me just stand here and see if you can see like the little square here. I'm going to go ahead and use my pinking shears and cut close, but not too close, and get that excess fabric off. So if you can see me, hopefully I'm in I'm in view. And the pinking shears give you that up and down cut. Like triangles, like look like teeth. So that's what I'm using the pinking shears for. And then I'll go ahead and cut it all off. And this would be the portion that will allow you to tuck and close up the mug rug. So what I'm going to do is finish cutting it off. And here. Okay. So here we have like a nice little puzzle here. And look at the back. That looks beautiful as well. So I'm going to go ahead and try and turn everything inside out. So what I was going to try and do is sit down, but I'll just stand up for the sake of time. And I will definitely post my finished product. So I'm turning everything inside out, and my mug rug is looking so cute. So I'll push out each one of the corners. And let me see here. So I'm pushing them out first with my fingers before I get my let me see here. Before I get another tool to punch out the corners. So I have wooden dowels. So what I'm going to do is take my wooden dowel just to poke out all the corners to square everything off. And am I still in frame, everyone? Okay. So then I have this the third corner going up to the fourth. Okay. So it's looking pretty good. And what I'll do after the live is go ahead and use my heat and bond tape and kind of put the heat and bond just to close up the hole. But for right now, here is the finished product. And I have another mug rug. I am excited. This came out beautiful. Look at that. I'm excited. Oh, I cannot wait to put my cup of tea or coffee on this mug rug and use it. Aww. So let me go ahead and kind of change up the screen a little bit. I'm excited. Oh, it turned out really nice. I'm excited. Let me change the screen before I leave. Oh, change the view. That turned out really nice. Oh, I am excited. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Janome has done it again. So here's the finished project. And you can see, let me see here. Can you see? Okay, let me turn it around. The word bloom. So I'm having, I feel like I'm backwards in this, in this screen. Okay, so now you can see the word bloom. So it's over here on the side. Uh, and I keep going out of frame. Okay, so I'm in frame. So with the white, it's okay. It's light, but I love it. So here's my finished project. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for stopping by. So now I have 2 mug rugs. Thank you for joining me on this embroidery journey that I'm on, and learning how to embroider and just learning the various types of material, rethreading my machine, and practicing just so that I can conquer this new endeavor, which is my embroidery machine. I am enjoying myself when I craft, no matter what it is. I love to have fun with it. And this little mug rug, oh yeah, this was fun. I am enjoying myself on this journey. And it's just been a week. But hey, with all my crafty friends just, being here supporting me, it makes it so much easier. So thank you, thank you, thank you to welcome in, DB. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you. Yes. So to everyone, again, I thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, I want to let everyone know to please bloom where you are planted. Talk to you later. Bye.